two companies with identical capacity, let's say in the same line of activity and investment, approach the bank for a loan. Bank is interested in analyzing the performance efficiency of both the company. You have information about company A and company B. Company A is making a sales of 50 million. Their gross profit margin on sales is 10%. The total investment which they have made is 50 million. Company B also made an investment of 50 million. Their gross profit margin on sales is 10% and their total sales is 100 million. So we have a question, which company is performing better here? Which company is performing better? And probably for you, in terms of investment, okay, in terms of profit margin, both the companies might look same, but that's not the case. Both the companies are actually doing in a different way, or one company is doing exceedingly well and the other company is not up to the mark. How to understand? Let's capture some information. What is the sales of company A? Let's have a small table. So let's have it. The sales of company A is 50 million, whereas that of company B is 100 million. And we understand the gross profit margin, I'll call it as GP margin, of company A is 10%, whereas company B is also 10%. So if I quantify, the gross profit of company A is going to be 50 into 10%, that's 5, whereas for company B it's 10. So at this point you can't find any fault between these two companies because they are operating at the same level of efficiency, because it is demonstrated in their gross profit margin of 10% that is equal for both the companies. But where it makes sense is when you compare this profit with the investment. Okay, let's say, let's bring out the investment made by company A, it's 50 million, and investment made by company B is also 50 million. So now let's calculate what is the return on investment. So here the return available is 5, that's the gross profit for the investment made, which is 50. So the return on investment is 10%, whereas company B is 10 divided by 50, the return available is 20%. So both the companies identical capacity, but one is making sales of 50, the other one is making sales of 100, and because of this reason one company is doing exceedingly well. It was able to bring more return on investment for its stakeholders. And here this was made possible because there is a good relationship between the investment and the sales, and that can be measured through, say, the asset turnover ratio. I'll call this as asset turnover ratio. If you look at the asset turnover ratio for company A, I would say it is only one time because sales is 50 and the investment is also 50. So the investments have been rotated only once for making sales. That is sales divided by investment, and the turnover is only one time. But if I apply the same formula for company B, the turnover is two times. It means the money that was brought into the business has been rotated twice. I mean, it has gone out of the system twice and it had brought back profit of 10%. That's why the return on investment is higher here. So the message is, if your asset turnover ratio is higher, it indicates that you are efficiently using the assets of the business to generate greater return for the investors, the stakeholders.